Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going better than fantastic. And you are all staying healthy and safe out there. Today, I want to talk about something very important. Because with all this talk about narcissism, and the scams they will try to run on you, there is a big chance you will catch a narcissist right in the act trying to scam you, or run their do-do test on you. And the first default reaction to many is to say, I know what you are. I read all about you on the internet. You're a narcissist. Or one might say, you know. You think you're smart. And you think you were tricking me. But I see through your mask and your lies. Calling them out in other words. But here's the thing. This type of calling out to them that you know what they are up to doesn't change who and what they likely are. Look. I worked night and day trying to get my mother to see the light and change her ways. It never happened. I tried to convince my golden child brother that I loved him and wanted to see him live a good life. And not go down the road he was going down. And it made no difference. I begged and pleaded with my ex and a couple of times got upset and told her the limited information I had at the moment. And that I knew about her and what was likely driving her behaviors towards me. And guess what happened when I did this? Things got worse. You see, there is a big difference between saying, you know, the family court system is corrupt and needs to change. And you get millions of voices to speak up at once. To work hard to fix a broken system. A system that a great many narcissists will love to see stay broken. In this you are trying to call out the system of narcissism. But when you are one-on-one and alone with someone like this, telling them what you've learned about them on the internet, or playing a video of mine where I talk about the scams they do, so they can hear me explain a scam they did to you, will only create a narcissistic injury, which they will repay to you 10 times over. And you will probably not see it coming. You see. Don't mistake the narcissists being quiet or polite as things are better. When they are treating you well, it's likely they are plotting something against you. Meanwhile you are thinking, wow, my calling them out really helped. They really are seeing the error of their ways. When in reality they are thinking, how dare they expose me. And they will make sure behind your back they will ruin as many friendships that you have. They will ruin family relationships that you have. And keep in mind, this is stuff the narcissist will try to do regardless. But when you let your emotions get the best of you and you tell off the narcissist, trust and believe the narcissist will work double hard to do all of these things to you. Now this is very important if you are in the first stages of getting to know this individual. If you remember these last few videos, where I talked about how I noticed the scam a few months in, and I let them down easily. I said, hey, you're an amazing person and you deserve an amazing person. I'm sorry, I'm just not it for you. I wish you a lot of luck and take care of yourself. Here's the thing. Narcissists and others like them are very vengeful people. And if in these instances, if I were to lose my cool and tell them what horrible of a scam artist they were, there's a big chance when they would go home, they would sit and stew about this narcissistic injury they believe I created. And the more they stew, the more they feel like they have to get me back. And though I've learned to keep new people away from those I care about, however, they can do other things, such as accuse you of things you didn't do, just to get you back. Call your place of business if they know it, and say all kinds of crazy things to your boss. And the list goes on and on. As an example, I talked about how the man that was with my ex before I was gave her some made-up story about him moving out of town for some sort of life-changing opportunity he couldn't turn down. But that she was an amazing person. And he wished her luck. Likely this was a guy that was being pressured after month 6 to marry her. And she threw a fit when she didn't get the response she was hoping for. And I'm sure there were other red flags as well. And I don't think this guy knew anything about narcissism at all. But he knew this person he was dealing with was and is toxic. And the best way to deal with a toxic person, if you can help it, is to slowly tiptoe backwards, keeping your eye on them at all times. And to not turn your back until it's completely safe. You see, this guy knew that calling her crazy and telling her what he thought about her would literally serve no purpose. It wouldn't change her. And it would likely get her upset, and then things could turn ugly. This is especially important if you are living with such a person. If you have a friend that you can trust, let them know. If you feel things could get hairy regardless of what you do or say or not say, get out that moment. But if it's not like that at this moment, keep your cool. Devise a plan. And get away safely. Because though some narcissists will stew and get you back later, some might lose it right there and start breaking things in the house and put on a real scene that could be bad for everyone involved. And trust me, you don't want to be involved in such a scene. And lastly, I think about work. I've seen people come and go from certain positions and certain bosses. And I believe in many of those instances, they left such positions and jobs because of narcissists and other toxic people they had to report to. But when it came time to put in their 2 weeks, they did it professionally. And in a decent manner. They knew telling off the boss would only hurt them and make them look bad. Not their boss. You see, the narcissist wants to drive you up a wall to where you will do such a thing. Because if they don't get a narcissistic injury from your words, they will get narcissistic supply. Either way, you are being targeted and you are being drained. Now, with that being said, do I believe society's narcissism needs to be talked about openly and directly? Yes. 100%. And the reason for that is to not fix the narcissists. It's to make a more fair situation for those that have to live and deal with narcissists. Also, because narcissists like converting others over to living how they live. They love to see someone that has a genuinely good heart go the way of doing bad. Because for one, they love to know they have the power to change another person. It makes their head big to know this fact. But also, because they know there will come a time when this person will feel bad for their actions. And that it will hurt them deep inside. And the true narcissist will feed on this misery that is caused in this person because of them going down this dark and bad road. And hopefully there are those out there that will hear such messages and say, you know, this person that I'm hanging out with at work, the one that is trying to turn me against my husband or my wife, they are likely a narcissist. And they are getting joy by watching me act like them. And maybe some of these people can put on the brakes. But as far as one-on-one, if I figure out they are some type of toxic variety, I treat them like a snake. A snake, no matter if they are poisonous or not. I'm going to quietly and carefully walk away from them. Because I just don't want to take the chance. With that said, I would love to know your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comments section below. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.